Hi friends, here's a cute little witch's hat that would be perfect for a tiered tray or just a little filler on a shelf, a little Halloween vignette. Super cute and super easy. I got these little tree cardboard forms last year on clearance after Christmas at Hobby Lobby, and so I'm just saving them, and I thought they'd make a cute little witch's hat. So I almost cut this too short, but I ended up making it work. But so when you do yours, be a little bit more careful. I cut it a little bit longer down the side of the felt and across the felt, but I probably should have went a little bit more. But as you can see here, I barely got it to reach, and it worked out perfectly. So, but anyways, heads up, be careful when you measure yours. I didn't really measure. I was just thinking I'd cut it plenty big, but I did cut it close. But it reaches and it works. Right here you can see the felt barely meets up with the other end. As soon as I get that hot glue on it, it holds it just where it needs to be. So I just glue that a little bit at a time, just working my way down the back of the hat. And I ended up making a really nice seam. You can't even hardly tell. And this is where it barely fit around to fold that under. So I'm gluing the edge of the cardboard. It's kind of like a paper mache is what it really is. So I'm just gluing a little bit and then folding that up and underneath that rim. And I'm doing that all the way around the hat. It's kind of a cone. You could use it for a summer snow cone, Christmas tree. I'll be using them for Christmas trees, I'm sure. I don't make a lot of Halloween crafts, but I thought this is going to be really cute. So I've got these 4-inch wood circles, and it just makes a nice base and flat for the hat to sit. And I'm drawing a circle at least a 1/4 inch bigger than the wood. And I doubled up my felt, so I'm going to cut 2 of those. But it was roughly about a 1/4 inch bigger, and you could even go a little bit bigger than that if you wanted. So I'm just cutting those out now. After I get them cut out, I'll straighten them and fix some of those edges that I didn't get real smooth. So I'm going to glue it, or right now I'm fixing some of those edges, and I'm going to glue it right in the center of one. And then I'll put that other piece of felt on the top. I'm just making sure the circles match and meet up nicely. So now I'm gluing this side on. And then I'll get some embroidery floss and a tapestry needle, a big enough needle that will fit that through. Just getting plenty big enough piece of floss. And I didn't separate it. I kept all the strands. Then I tied a knot, and I'm going to start in between the 2 pieces of felt so I can have that knot in the middle of those so it won't show. And then if you know how to do a blanket stitch, that's what I did all the way around. And it's kind of hard to show and tell what I'm doing. I hope you know how to do a blanket stitch. If not, you can do a zigzag. You could do any kind of cute, whimsical little stitch around the hat. But what I do is I go up, and then I go back under and come up again. But before I pull it all the way, I stick my needle through that loop. And that makes one of those little kind of waffle stitch, those lines. And I just do that all the way around. When I bring my needle up from the bottom to the top, I'm going right next to that wood. So that wood circle inside is my guide. But you can see before I pull it tight, I pull my needle and thread through that loop first. And that makes, I don't know what you call it, just one stitch. So there I've got it all the way around. And I'm making sure that my cone part looks and fits nicely, and it does. So I'm just gluing that all the way around on the bottom, sticking that right in the center, just eyeballing it, hoping I get it in the middle. And it's looking good. And you could put anything around the rim. You could put, any kind of ribbon and a buckle. You could put twine. In fact, I almost put twine. Part of me kind of wishes I still would have, but I got this orange and white gingham or buffalo check, whatever you want to call it, thin ribbon. So I'm just gluing that all the way around the base of the hat. Just putting a few random dots of glue to hold it on there nicely. And I'll meet up with that starting piece. So I got these orange pip berries wire garland. Got this after fall clearance at Hobby Lobby last year. So I'm just wrapping it around a Dollar Tree skewer to make little tiny curls. Use my wire cutters, and then I'll spread that out and kind of bend it in a V. I'm going to glue that in the center of the front of the hat, kind of at an angle. So one's kind of going up and one's going out to the left a little bit. Then I'm going to tie a bow with that same ribbon and glue that on the corner of the pip berries, right in the center of the front. So I'll get these glued on there first, and then the bow. And I thought about leaving it like that, but then I thought, no, I want a few little buttons. So I'm grabbing 4 buttons, and one I am threading and putting that on the center of the bow, so it looks like it's been sewn onto my bow. But the other 3 buttons I'm going to glue randomly in the cone of the hat, and I'm not threading those. I just keep this needle and thread handy and just go in and out those 4 holes of the button. And that's all I'm doing for this cute little witch's hat. She's a friendly, happy witch, I think, because this is a cute little hat. It's not scary at all. And it turned out super cute. I hope this inspires you to make something similar. Thanks for watching, and you have a whimsical day.